Okay. All right, Jackson, please look at the good things today. We haven't done it yet.
Yay, Jackson.
What's good things?
Yesterday I got to help build a chicken coop, and I also got to see Riley the day before.
Nice.
Tomorrow I get to help my grandpa fix his truck. It's really fun. My new seat isn't terrible.
New sheet?
Seat isn't terrible, and it's almost done. It's one to three. They're supposed this week, and then the next month I'm going to Washington.
Okay, please turn your voices off while we listen to good things. Does anybody sound good things? Julie, you are gonna sit over here for now, okay? Alright, so like I said, I know our room is 84 degrees. Done the best that I can to cool it off, okay? Tristan, please raise your close to the computer. I'm going to ask that you guys not remind me that it's 84 degrees or hot. It's gonna be hot. Sorry, I can't do anything about it. I've already asked for them to turn off the heater, and here we are. Yes, sir. Thank you so kindly after I asked you not to. Alright, so here we go. We are gonna do, we're gonna start off our class with a lesson instead of doing a vocab practice and the quiz. So, I'm gonna pass you out a paper that I would like you to glue into your journal. This is basically like the notes that we took the other day on compound, complex sentences, but this time you're putting it in your journal, and then we're going to do a little bit of a review. What stuff is this?
Oh, that's a lot of
So this paper, just fold it in half and glue it in your journals. Yeah, you can have this one. Alright, so it turns out maybe I didn't count, because we know that math is not my subject area, and I forgot to print out enough papers. However, I will put it on the board and I will show it to you. No, you do not have to copy this. No, you don't have to copy this. I will make those copies and get them to you on Monday, on Wednesday. This is the paper that half of you have. These are just the same notes that we put on the board up here the other day that you guys copied down. Sometimes it's easier looking at notes when they are typed versus looking at your own handwriting, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, just fold, put it in there. Don't matter how you fold as long as it gets put in there. The thing that's most important to note on here are the types of conjunctions that we're trying to figure out when we're writing compound complex sentences. We have our regular conjunctions, which are your fan voice. Frank, do you know what the F stands for? Violet. Okay, so Frank, what does it stand for? What's it stand for, Lincoln?
What?
The F. What's it stand for, Frank? Okay, somebody else help him out. Chad, what does it stand for? Okay, so Frank, what does it stand for? Anybody else know what it stands for? Avon. Okay, so Frank, what does it stand for? Okay, does anybody else know? All right, Jackson. Okay, so Frank, what does it stand for? Alexis. Okay, so Frank, repeat after Alexis. Say it again. Nine. With your voice, please. With your voice. Number 4. It's not a number 4. It's F-O-R 4, and you know that. And I know you know that. Okay, so what does the A stand for? Check. Okay, class, repeat after check. And. What about the N? Violet? Nor. Okay, repeat after Violet. Nor. B, what does the B stand for? Michaela, do you know?
Or.
Or.
Or. Yep.
Yeah.
Or.
Okay, Dolly, repeat after Ella. What'd she say?
Or.
There you go. All right. Why? Yeah. What is it, Jackson?
Yet.
Yet. Okay, everybody, repeat after Jackson.
Yes.
And then S. Jackson, do you know what S stands for?
So, what I know what it is.
Lincoln. Say it loud. Say it proud.
So.
Okay, Catherine, what do you say? Paladin, help her out. What do you say?
So.
What do you say? So those are your fanboys. The ones that we really have to figure out today are the subordinating conjunctions. These are the ones that you don't often realize are conjunctions when we have them in compound complex sentences. I want everybody to repeat after me as a whole class. If we can't, we'll say it again. Are you ready? After.
After.
As.
As.
While.
While.
Before.
Before.
If.
If.
Although.
Although.
When.
When.
Until.
Until.
Because.
Because.
And since.
Since.
When you put a subordinating conjunction in front of an independent clause right here, Ella, when you put it in front of an independent clause right here, it makes it then depend on the rest of the sentence to make sense. That's where we get the complex part in compound complex, when we add the subordinating conjunction in front of an independent phrase. So on the paper that you don't have, but I'm just about to give you, and I'm going to bet that I run out of copies on this too. My bad, y'all. My bad. We're going to look at the example, and then we're going to do practices 1 through 4 on here, so that way you guys can begin to figure out the pattern. There are two ways that you can write subordinating conjunctions. You can write them with the conjunction at the beginning, or you can write them with the conjunction in the middle of the sentence. The way that we're practicing today is that you are going to write the conjunction at the beginning of the sentence. When we do it that way, we put commas. We add commas to our sentences. Okay? No, you don't need to fold that one. Okay. I'll come back around with you right away. Okay, so look at the example on the board. You guys. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at the example on the board for your independent clauses. What three, ladies, independent clauses do you have? So on the board, when you have read the part that says independent clauses, please give me a thumbs up. Yeah, not a high five. Thumbs up. The part that says independent clauses. Okay, I don't have a whole class, so read this right here in your head. Read this in your head, and then give me a thumbs up when that job is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's still not the whole class. There's more than 12 of you guys in here. Okay, I'll give you a whiteboard, but I don't know where I put them, so.
Whiteboards are right there.
What? Oh. Okay, if you raise your hand, can you tell me what the independent clauses are? Jeff, I hear your voice, so I'm going to ask you to be the one that tells me what the independent clauses are. Huh? Yeah. Hey, did you guys over here hear what Chaz said? Okay, what did he say, Tristan? 3 bullet points right next to it.
There's a big glare.
You're welcome to get up and move.
Oh, okay.
What was the question? Did somebody help him figure it out? What do they say? Please read them out loud. Thank you. Can you read it, Sergey? No, not those. Okay, so Violet, can you read the sentence that's totally put together, please?
After my uncle found the Atari, we ran upstairs and we started connecting to the Atari.
Alright, thank you. So the way that this sentence is set up, where is your subordinated conjunction? Which one of these two words is your subordinating conjunction? Ladies and gentlemen, write it on your whiteboard. Which one of these two words is your subordinating conjunction? Is it the word after or the word and? Is it the word after or is it the word and? 3, 2, 1. Lincoln.
After.
After is your subordinating conjunction. In this sentence, where did the phrase after go? In the beginning or the middle? Write it on your whiteboard. 10,
I don't have a whiteboard.
9. I know some of you guys don't. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see your whiteboard. Beginning or middle? Beginning. Start with okay.
Never mind.
This word right here, Vincent, does it go at the beginning or the middle? Lincoln, Violet. Beginning, right? Right at the start. When this word, again, is put, are you listening? When this word is put at the beginning of a sentence, it is now a dependent clause. It now has to rely on these other two independent clauses to make sense. No, please. When we write this sentence, where are the commas? So if you look at this example right here, where are the commas in this sentence? 3. After the independent clauses. I like that you noticed that. So then, in the example, what word does it come after? Lincoln.
The Atari.
It comes after Atari, which is a dependent clause. And then what other one does it come after? Check. It comes after upstairs. On these examples, when you're trying to figure it out, you can add the commas right here after these two phrases, and it kind of gives you a guide of where to put the commas, if you follow this. This is when the subordinate conjunction is at the beginning of the sentence. So then, how do I end this sentence? What do I need? Where does my period go? After the word? Where does the word and go? That's a regular conjunction. Where do I want to put that? Why? So Chess says after the second comma because that's the last, what? Well, it's not the last independent clause, but how do we connect a compound sentence?
With a conjunction.
With a conjunction. And what must both of those parts of the sentence be? Say it loud, say it proud. Independent clause. So my conjunction goes there. Do you have any questions? Okay, on your whiteboard, we're going to do number 1 together, and then you guys are going to do 2, 3, and 4 on your own. We're following the same pattern of knowing where to put the clauses. Cheyenne, can you read the first bullet point for me under independent clause? clause? Do I want to put it at the beginning
I just wrote it
or in the middle? Alexis? How come? So this is the other part of like, if we say it goes at the beginning, we have to know why. So why do we want to put it at the beginning? Huh? They could tell us why something happens. Yeah. It also can sometimes be the better fit. We could say because it was a very old console, comma, we had trouble getting it to work, but eventually we figured it out. You can decide, does this phrase sound better here or there? It was a very old console because we had trouble getting it to work, or because it was a very old console, we had trouble getting it to work. Okay, put a 1 or a 2. Let's see it. 1 or 2. What do you think? 1 is the beginning, 2 is the middle. 1 is the beginning, 2 is the middle. 1 would say, because it was a very old console, comma, we had trouble getting it to work. Or, it was a very old console because we had trouble getting it to work. Because where?
Oh no.
Yeah. So putting it at the beginning tells us why we had trouble getting it to work. So we would put because right here at the beginning.
I thought you were on what?
So Ember, where does my first comma go? Because I have my dependent clause at the beginning of my sentence. So what has to come after that dependent clause? A comma. So which word does it go after? Nope. After console, that's right. So Ella, where do I put my conjunction?
In between the words.
Which words are those?
The ones that you put in between.
And what specifically are those words? Look at your board. Look at your board. Get closer if you need to. Look at your board. Because it was a very old console, comma, we had trouble getting it to work. Eventually we figured it out. So where does my but need to go?
After work.
After work. We're still missing the comma. So where does the comma to separate your compound sentence in a compound complex? Aven, does it go before the word but or after the word but? It actually goes before. Because it's a different independent clause. So then where does my period go, Vincent? Up into what? Well, so where does the sentence end? After out. So then,
No tipping.
correct. But Bella, can you tell me the entire sentence put together, please?
So you want me to read it?
Yeah, with all of the conjunctions and the commas. Because you're going to say it and I'm going to write it. And you guys are going to write it on your board if you haven't already. Or you're going to write it on the paper that I gave you. All right, Bella, I'm ready. Wait, slow down. Guys,
Very old console. Comma.
thank you. Comma.
We had trouble getting it to work. Comma.
Comma.
But eventually we figured it out. Period.
Thank you. Okay, this is what this type of pattern looks like when we put the subordinated conjunction at the beginning. You're going to follow this pattern for examples 2, 3, and 4. So remember, we're going to put this at the beginning because this tells us that as the television flickers, this happens. So it's like cause simple 8-bit music began to play. Your subordinating conjunction is as. Your regular coordinating conjunction is and. You may go after I finish the lesson, okay? In the meantime, I would like you to get these examples down on your paper or on the whiteboard, please. Then, I can solve that problem. Which one do you want? Are you going to draw on yourself? Okay. I gotta find a marker. Hold on, Alexis. 1 second. All right, when you're done, hold your board in the air so I can come look at it. Good. Now do the next one. I hope you say that when we continue to learn more about this. Do this one. What? That's not what I was hoping to see. Oh, I thought I did.
Oh, you only give Tristan a marker.
All right, that's fine. Sometimes things happen. You guys have. Alexis, do you have a paper? No. Okay, Dolly, you have a paper, so I'm gonna give you the marker instead. All right, let's see it. As the television flickered, comma, the title screen flashed on the screen, comma, and. Yeah, good job. All right, next one. So you see where number 2 is? Okay, you're turning those 3 bullet points into that compound complex sentence following the formula. So where do we put the phrase as? Where do we put the phrase as in that middle column? Beginning or middle of your sentence? It wasn't the beginning, so you're going to start it with as. Then you're going to write the first bullet point, which now becomes a dependent clause, meaning it relies on something else. Yes. As a television flickers, and then what comes after that phrase? What kind of punctuation? Yes. I'll come back. Yeah. Oh, nope. Forgot something at the end of your sentence. Good. Now do the last one. You forgot as. So as is going to go at the beginning because it tells us like why something is happening.
No.
Yes, write it out. Rewrite it with your period. Okay? Period goes there. 1 moment, Ella. There you go. Yeah, good. Do the next one. It's on your or okay, do the next one.
I'm visual now.
Good. Do the next one. You can do it too. Let me see.
Are you talking to me?
Perfect. Look on Dolly or Tristan's paper.
Cheese.
These in the middle of your sentence. That's fine. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, I already checked yours, pal. Then you're good to go on. Does anybody still need this on the board? Yes or no?
Oh.
I'm done.
Okay, here are the final 2 examples. Good. Good. Do the last one. I apologize. Good. You may do the next one.
That's supposed to be an as, not there.
Okay. At, comma. You forgot your conjunction. What word comes after your second comma? That is 2 compound sentences. That's okay. Just do number 3, okay? Try on number 3. No, because as is the subordinating conjunction. Think of your tangibles. Okay, but tells me that 2 opposite things are happening. Are these 2 opposite things or are these 2 connected things? So we need and.
I'm going there. It's just wasn't fun. See, it's actually.
I have some stuff I can put on it. So let's get like some cream or something on it. after that Band-Aid? Do you get it?
No.
Okay.
Isn't it and
After the second one, right? So this is our first independent clause, then we put a comma. Then we put the conjunction. Oh, I moved it, didn't I? I'm sorry. And you would say simple 8-bit music began to play. I know, it's a weird phrase. It's just like kind of like the with these old game consoles, they had a very specific like intro. Just a moment. I gotta get Cheyenne a Band-Aid. Began to. Ask Vincent to show you his board, okay?
I don't think you need it.
Cheyenne, I have this, and then I have a
and simple
white that you
8-bit.
can do, and then I have a big bag that you can throw on, okay?
8-bit
Do you want to do this or do you want me to do this?
music.
All right, let me see your boards. I'm ready.
Began to play.
I'm done.
You're missing a comma.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to write everything.
103.
Where's your comma
Go
supposed
up
to go?
one.
No, I'm not.
Period.
Missing more. I'm not missing a comment.
Wait, not you. Sorry, I should have said Alexis's name. Good. Okay, when you're done, you can put that in your folder. So I know who is ready to move on and who's not. Yep, do the last one.
I'm ready to go.
There you go. That's that. All right, do your last one. Yep. Do your hall pass, and I will accept it. You forgot your comma up here. It goes before your conjunction. Before the word and. All right, Jackson, you're ahead. Good. Looks great. Good job. Good job. Take your hoodie off.
So hot.
If you're overheated, take your hoodie off.
Guys, I can't take your hoodie off.
I'm sure somebody has handled it, but it's not how it is.
Ask the nurse for a shirt.
Oh, I don't know.
He's sweating. Oh, there it is. Miss.
All right, does anybody have any questions about what we just did? Any questions going once?
I'm just starting number 3.
Any questions going twice? Any questions going for a final look over and see? Okay, you may, if you have a paper, put both of those papers or one of them in your folder. If you have whiteboards, leave them stacked in a pile on your tables. We're not collecting them yet. When we do, I'll tell you.
Miss Award.
Comma, yep, put a comma there after your clause. Comma. And then your conjunction,
Miss Award.
after goes before we.
We don't get under.
Because this is a special conjunction that starts at the beginning of our sentence. So after we played everything, we like dodge the best. So we played it endlessly. Yes, Mr. DeHart. I did Ellis first. Can you stand up?